Hey, what's up? This is Jaggy Sports, Jag Manget for October the 27th, 2021. Let's talk about the Lakers because we all know what happened. Anthony Davis went down with an injury, but he played through it. He stated it could have been worse. LeBron James wasn't playing, and you got idiots like Skip Bayless saying, "Oh, it's load management." Like, dude, the guy was injured. Let it go, okay? He let it go. So LeBron James was out. Carmelo Anthony was not shooting well at all. I think it was like 1 for 7 or something like that. Um, Kent Bazemore was nowhere to be found. Malik Monk, he shot it from deep. He played pretty well. But what I want to talk about is Russell freaking Westbrook. Russell Westbrook, not Westbrook. So the reason why I want to talk to you about him because he ended up with 33 points and something like 10 rebounds, 8 assists. Everybody in Laker Nation is saying, "Oh wow, that's awesome," kind of thing. But I gotta agree with Stephen A. Smith. We know that he could do this. We know he can get 33 points. We know that he can get 10 rebounds. We know he can get 8 assists. We all know that. But the main test for Russell Westbrook, is if you can play with Anthony Davis and LeBron James at the same freaking time. So that was not the case yesterday. The first couple games, uh, they were figuring it out and whatnot, kind of thing. So, um, you know, they did not figure out a plan on how they can play together, three people on one floor, three stars on one floor, because it hasn't happened yet where they're successful. I remember Anthony Davis and LeBron James in the first game ended up with like 67 points in the first game, but then Russell Westbrook had like 8 points. So I know he's just finding his rhythm and he's finding his teammates and they're actually, like gelling together and kind of thing. But the real test will come when LeBron James is back and when Anthony Davis is healthy and he can actually play. Because right now, this 33 points doesn't mean anything. I get that you guys won against the baby Spurs, right? I get that you guys won against a team that will not make the playoffs, but don't get too excited. You're a 500 team right now. You're 2-2. To Laker standards, that's pathetic. Um, to actually put a positive spin on it, you're won the last two games. I get it, right? Like barely though. So if you want to actually see a successful team, you gotta play three guys on the same floor. But at the same time, you have to think to yourself, the reason why they got Russell Westbrook is because they have another star to play alongside Anthony Davis when LeBron James needs a time off or he's injured or he needs to rest his muscles and whatnot, kind of thing. Because let's not forget, he is this is his 19th freaking year in the NBA. He has so many miles on his body, and for a guy to it'd be one thing if a shooter was in his 19th season. You're not using your legs as much, but you are, but not compared to a guy who's like LeBron James, who's slamming the ball and whatnot down in the post and whatnot, kind of thing, and just high flying, running, gunning. You're not really using your legs compared to him. So for LeBron James to actually sit and rest yesterday was amazing for him and amazing for Lakers, because now you can actually depend on a guy to take control with Anthony Davis because LeBron James is out. And if Anthony Davis is injured, then you have two stars. You have LeBron James and Russell Westbrook. So you have to take it from that perspective, that the fact that they are built for an 82 game regular season because they needed an athletic point guard like Russell Westbrook to pretty much take over. But the real test, like I keep telling y'all, is when they can play all three guys at once, because let's face it, that's what's going to happen in the playoffs, and that's what it takes to win a championship. You know, like Carmelo Anthony, he was red hot against Memphis, 28 points, but he was nowhere to be found yesterday. Luckily, Malik Monk had to pick up the slack. He shot it from deep. He's got a lot of confidence. That's cool, right? Hopefully it can be consistent confidence. Hopefully he can knock down perimeter range deep from way deep, but that remains to be seen. They play OKC Thunder tonight. There is no status update on LeBron James right now. There should be, but there is not. And quite frankly, it's against OKC Thunder. I wouldn't be surprised if LeBron James is out again. But then again, I'm not surprised if Anthony Davis is out, because his knee kind of buckled yesterday. He was holding his leg or something like that. I can't really tell, but basically he said in post game conference, that it could have been worse. So thank God it wasn't as worse as we thought it was going to be. That's another star that needs to rely on other centers like DeAndre Jordan and Dwight Howard, and other power forwards if you're going to play that role, like Carmelo Anthony needs to go down in the post. It's just, Lakers, I know they're trying to figure it out. Hopefully they will, but gotta give props. Russell Westbrook put an amazing show, 33 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, and hopefully he can continue for the rest of the year. But like I said, the main test is if they all can play well when they all share the same floor at the same exact time. This is Jag Mangat, Jaggy Sports, October 27th, 2021.